about the guitar solos.
Okay.
You know you've been dying to talk about guitar solos.
We'll tell you what we know.
It is like, how good is it being able to bring back that kind of just full on riffery to rock and roll? Like,
it's awesome. And minus the guitars with the handles in them.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And the lime green ones, for example.
Yeah.
He just got so excited and broke his headphones.
His headphones broke. It's awesome. I mean, we have two amazing guitar players, and they have this amazing kind of symmetry, and they kind of, sometimes they're doing completely opposite things, and it totally works. Ray Toro loves to shred. He loves playing guitar solos. His heroes are like Randy Rhoads. That's like his big, and Brian May. So being in a band with a guy like that could just pull that stuff out of nowhere.
And he thinks he's not that good.
Yeah, and he thinks
it's
he's
really
not that
weird.
good.
He'll go like stuff that nobody can even comprehend, and he's like, man, I suck. It's really weird. But he's like, what? Like, both of those guys are like some of the best guitar players I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it's weird to sit in the back and watch them both play. And when a solo comes out, I kind of find myself watching that too.
Yeah,
instead of focusing on myself.
We definitely watch the solos.
And when you're writing stuff, you're in the middle of a songwriting process and you're going, I don't know what to do here. You know what? You guys just go.
Actually, almost always, I'll hit a point and I'll be like, this is where you do a guitar solo. Like, it just comes up a lot. Like, guitar solo could go here. We're just like looking to see where we could put them sometimes. I think solos, number one, they used to be taboo. I don't think they so much are anymore. There's something that definitely adds to the music. I think putting a solo instead of another chorus or it's just a lot cooler, and I think it adds to the flavor of a story. Especially like that solo in Dead that we just heard. It's like, it's almost got like kind of this arrogant Woody Woodpecker vibe thing, you know?
What?
I didn't say that. That was Cavallo.
Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah, he called it Woody Wood because it's got that part that goes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So he even names guitar tones the weirdest.
Yes,
names.
yes, that was the most
He's been
fun.
doing it for so long that he has patented guitar tones where you can listen to a record and be like, "That's Rob Cavallo. He made that sound."
Like Jawbreaker, Dear You, is the first time. You guys familiar with that record? There's a guitar tone on it called White Hot Guitar. And I don't even know how Rob does it. Yeah,
it sounds crazy.
It sounds like a wall of guitars. And
a little bit 80s, perhaps?
A little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I think they made it in the 90s.
Yeah.
They were thinking of the 80s.
White Hot just sounds
White Hot does sound a little 80s. So then when we did this record, we created, I think, 2 or 3 new guitar tones just for this record.
Nice.
You created the guitar tones?
Yeah. That were
what are they called?
Nemesis.
Nice.
They had to have really badass names. That was the only way. Like, we were sitting there and thinking about these, because this Nemesis, I could point out Nemesis to you on the record, and you know it's Nemesis.
The thing is, how much time was spent coming up with these names rather than working on the album?
A couple days. And what's the other one? Black Fire.
Oh,
right?
Was it Black Fire? It was something like that. That idea, yeah.
Black Lava. I can't.
It's good. It's very Blue Steel.
Well, because we had white. Well, that was somebody tried to name it Blue Steel, but I wouldn't have it at one point. White Hot Guitar was the starting point for a lot of these tones. So we had White Hot Guitar, and then we were like, yo, it's just hotter than White Hot. It has to be called something black. It's so hot, it's black.
You're on Triple J. We're talking to Gerard and Bob from My Chemical Romance. Stick around with us. After the news, we'll come back and chat a bit more, I reckon.
Reckon.
You're with Miss J and the Doctor on Triple J, and we're talking to Gerard and Bob from My Chemical Romance. Guys, you've copped a bit of criticism over the last kind of couple of years, and you know, from other bands, you've had some difficult times at festivals overseas. You know, had some bottles thrown at you and stuff. Why do you think people find you so threatening?
I think mainly because we're very vocal about the way we feel about things. We're very nonconformist. I think anything that's different is threatening. Anything that people don't understand. And if you look at people's comments about us, negative ones, they're some of the most ignorant comments you'll ever read, because they don't understand it. And I think one of the most common things that gets aggression or violence out of it is misunderstanding. And there's a lot of that. So, you know, I think it's just a little bit of misunderstanding.
Do you try and just not engage? With
Yeah,
those
we
sort
don't
of-
engage
Like, you just end up not reading any message boards. And
No,
Is
you
that-
can't.
Is that difficult to do though? Given I know that when you started, a lot of your success was due to an online community.
Right.
So at what point do you go, okay, we've got to stop looking at that stuff because it's
Actually-
doing our heads in?
Very early.
Yeah.
Even when it had a lot to do with people spreading the word about us, we detached ourselves. I would say within the first 2 to 3 months, we were a baby band. We had barely left New Jersey, and we stopped reading our message board because we knew it's just a harmful thing to do. Because then sometimes you want to clear up things and you want to respond, and then there's that connection that you don't need to be there. You know.
It's funny because you're on the big day out with Lily Allen, who responds to most of her messages.
Right. Right. She was really nice. I actually got to meet her. I think she needed a light for a cigarette, and I met her. She was really nice. I finally saw her music because I was in the hotel the other night, and I saw her video come on, and I was like, this is really good. So she'll probably eventually have to stop going to her message board. I'm just guessing. But if she likes it, then...
You guys must have these, like, I don't want to use the term crazy because that's unfair, but you must have these intense, passionate fans.
That's
There
the
you
word
go.
we use. Is passionate. Yeah, we do. We have very passionate fans. I think because it's what we do is very honest, and we're not trying to pretend to them that we're something else. So I think they feel a lot closer to us because of that, and they feel that this band is very as much theirs as it is ours. And I think that a lot of times they have a right to think that. You know, we do take them into consideration when we're making what we do. You know.
Do you call them up and say, look,
We'll fly them in and we'll be like, hey, just let me know if we're crazy.
How does a snare drum sound?
I mean, there's definitely a point where, especially making Black Parade, where you cut yourself off from that too, and you can't. I think by simply almost not asking their opinion is by doing a service to them. You know, by not caring. I think if we had cared too much, then about what anybody thought about us, it would be doing everybody a disservice. It doesn't go along with the spirit of the band at all.
Cool. Gerard and Tom from My Chemical Romance, thanks very
You
much.
can call
for
him
popping
whatever
in.
you want.
Call me Steve.
Sorry.
Gerard and Bob from My Chemical Romance.
It's Tom Lord. No, it's Chris Lordell. I said
Tom
called
Lord.
Tom Lordell.
It's all right,
Tom Lord
Gary.
out.
What did I need last night that was
Steve.
called Tom?
Let's go out with Welcome to the Black Parade. Thanks very much for coming in.
We're going to see...
I'm still really enjoying the concept that a guitar solo adds flavour to any good story.
Yeah, it definitely
I'm
does.
thinking of maybe carrying around like a practice amp and a guitar.
No.
Telling anecdotes.
It's banned in the studio. It's
Oh,
banned.
We're not allowed to play guitars. Miffs.
Noodling in the studio is banned.
Oh, yeah?
I've called. Yeah, it's too annoying.
Do you have to play a song? Because our song's okay?
We
No,
can
no,
play
no,
a song.
no.
Wow, you're not
Play a
into
song
it.
now.
Well, you guys have an excellent time while you're here in Australia.
Thank you.